Center for Morelli. He was tied up. Puck played out to center ice and dumped in wide by the Rockford right winger Jason Ralph. Ralph got jerked, slashed by Chappell. They're going to go down in the near corner. Chappell and Ralph throwing right hands. Ralph lands a right hand. Chappell with a right. Throws a left now. Chappell gets the left hand in. Ralph switches back to the right. Chappell with a right. Another right hand. Ralph with a right. Oh boy, they're throwing here as Ralph starts another one. Chappell switches back to his left hand. They're continuing to wrestle. And the linesmen are tying him up as Jason Ralph goes to the locker room with a lot of blood coming from his forehead. Rob Chappell wound up as he goes to the Rockford or to the Elmira bench or to the locker room. It all started because Ralph got a stick up a little bit on Chappell. Chappell didn't like it, so he gave him a slash. Ralph went right back at him, and then they dropped the gloves. And your analysis of your bread and butter?
Well, I think that it was a good fight. Chappell gave it to him pretty good. He opened him up, and Ralph is a known disturber. I don't care for him too much as a player. And he got a stick up. Chappell slashed him. Ralph two-handed him, and then in typical punk thug fashion, came right at him. Helmet on, mask on. Didn't be an adult, didn't be a man and say, all right, let's go. Take your helmet off and let's go. Took his helmet off, fed him his lunch. Now he's in there going to get some stitches.
And so you give that nod to Chappell.
Of course, because I hate Ralph.
No biasness whatsoever, but they're going to clean up the ice and figure out the penalty minutes. We'll take a quick break. 7-4 Rockford here in the third on Magic FM. They're still chirping you down there. Let's go with just 30 seconds here. Oh, no, we have the media timeout now, I think. I don't know what it is.
Oh,
30 seconds is fine. I think the ref is trying to figure out the penalty minutes. I almost wonder if he got speared by his own stick there, Ray did, on the near boards, because he came up...
Yeah. He could have just gone into the boards awkward too.
Yep. Welcome back, everybody, to Rockford as the Elmira Jackals have a 7-4 lead. Or excuse me, the Rockford Icehogs leading the Jackals 7-4 with 4 minutes and 24 seconds remaining here in the third and final period. Heck of a bout between Rob Chappell and Jason Ralph, the first fight we've seen tonight. 4 minutes left. It wasn't an organized or planned one. It was one that came after a couple of nasty little bumps. Chappell was looking at a couple times. Rob Chappell tonight has taken some slashes that he hasn't liked. And this time he made it known to Ralph with a little slash on the top of the foot that he didn't like that.
And then Ralph came back and two-handed him, tightened up his shin strap, and dove at him with his helmet on. And now they're cleaning up the residue of Mr. Ralph on the ice.
As he actually bled quite a bit on the ice up behind the goal line. Usually it's just a little bit. Linesman can come in and scrape it with a skate, and that'll be it. But they actually had to bring out an ice pick and a shovel to clean up the ice. With the referee is still talking to the captains right now.
That happens in a lot of fights where they have to bring out the ice. Usually it's at center ice, and it's...
Maybe ones that you're involved in.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that too much this year where we had to bring a crew out to clean up the ice in the corner.
Because of Gary Bettman. Oh, they call him the doc.
Apparently it's time for a few stitches.
Just zip him up. Zip his lip shut. Probably be still in the American League.
Referee Adam Fish still talking it over with the scores table. Almost looks like he's flipping through a rule book trying to decide what he's going to call. Could there be more than just the 5 minutes each for fighting on this situation?
They could call him each for a major for a slash. I didn't see Chappell's slash, but I saw Ralph come back. It looked like he was hitting a softball in high school.
Of course, it's a fight in the last 5 minutes of the game. If you get an instigator, it's an automatic one-game suspension for starting one in the last 5 minutes of a game. I don't know if you're going to give an instigator there because it looked like they were both willing combatants.
Yeah, absolutely. They were both ready to go.
Well, they seem to have sorted it out. No extra penalties on the board. There could be some more extras, but we haven't heard anything yet. But they are ready to line it up here in the